Recently, I've been trying to think of videos that can branch out to the normies that maybe occasionally watch this channel. So this is a very quick hit video to let you normies know that there have been some pretty big names involved in Thomas and Friends over the years. Like who, for instance? Well, here is my list of celebrities that have been involved in Thomas and Friends. Just to clarify, we are only covering Thomas and Friends seasons 1 to 24 and the associated movies. All Engines Go does not count as it is a reboot. Let's start with the one that everybody knows, Ringo Starr. Ringo Starr came on board the first two seasons of Thomas and Friends in 1984 and 1986 respectively. Prior to this, he was known for his worldwide fame as the drummer in the pop group The Beatles. Starr left Thomas and Friends to continue his music career. I still think that was a mistake. George Carlin, an American comedian who is very outspoken. Carlin appeared on Shining Time Station after Ringo Starr had made his departure, re-recording the first two seasons and then recording seasons 3 and 4 for US releases. Carlin initially took the role because he wanted an audience to know him as more than the quote foul-mouthed comedian, in particular to his kids and grandkids. This showed a very versatile acting range from Carlin, and he is considered one of the best narrators in Thomas and Friends history. Dee Conn, mainly known for her role in Grease, Dee Conn appeared in Shining Time Station, the show which was the vehicle to market Thomas and Friends to US audiences. Miss Conn appeared in the entirety of the series and then reprised her role for Thomas and the Magic Railroad, the first theatrical film release. Speaking of Thomas and the Magic Railroad, Peter Fonda, an established actor and Oscar nominated for writing and directing respectively, Peter Fonda starred in Thomas and the Magic Railroad as well. Mara Wilson. Child actress Mara Wilson had roles such as Mrs. Doubtfire to her name before she decided to play Lily in Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Miss Wilson then stepped back from acting, but has since started to make a return in voiceover appearances and the occasional cameo. Alec Baldwin. Many know Alec Baldwin as being Mr. Conductor in Thomas and the Magic Railroad, but he already had experience with Thomas and Friends before this, taking over from narration duties from George Carlin in season 5 in the US. Baldwin brought an enthusiasm and versatility to the role and carried on into season 6, although personal circumstances may or may not have allegedly hampered his performance. He left after season 6. Michael Angeles, the most well-known UK narrator of Thomas and Friends. Angeles took over from Ringo Starr from the third season of Thomas and Friends and had a 21-year voice-over career with the franchise. Angeles also brought versatility and a vibrant energy to his performances. While some later seasons were a bit slower with his delivery, he's still regarded as one of the best narrators of the Thomas and Friends franchise. Michael Brandon. Michael Brandon took over from Alec Baldwin in the US, and like Angeles, is one of the most well-known associated narrators of Thomas and Friends. Like Angeles, Brandon brought his own unique style and creativity to the franchise. Pierce Brosnan. That's right, James frickin' Bond himself was in Thomas and Friends, making a one-off appearance in the Thomas and Friends movie, The Great Discovery. Initially, Brosnan was meant to reprise his roles for seasons 12, 13, and 2 movies respectively. However, for unknown reasons, he left the franchise. Sir John Hurt. That's right, the man most famous for bursting his chest open with an alien was also in Thomas and Friends, playing one of the best characters in Sailor John, in the Thomas and Friends movie, Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure. This was one of Sir John Hurt's final acting roles before his untimely passing. Eddie Redmayne, an actor who also appeared alongside Sir John Hurt in Sodor's Legends of the Lost Treasure, playing the new tank engine, Ryan. Unfortunately, he only voiced Ryan in the movie, but did not reprise his role in the TV series. Olivia Colman. Miss Colman voices Marion and started doing so in the movie Tale of the Brave. Unlike Redmayne, she would reprise her role in the TV series, and we were so glad that she did. Tina Desai. UK and US audiences might not know Desai, but for international audiences, she is a much renowned and respected Bollywood actress who played Ashima in the Thomas and Friends movie the Great Race, Hugh Bonneville. The man now famously known for playing the dad in the Paddington movies, played Merlin in the Thomas and Friends movie, Journey Beyond Sodor. Peter Andre. Every 90s kid will know Peter Andre and his infamous singing of Mysterious Girl, and all the 90s girls will remember the music video. But Peter Andre joined the Thomas and Friends cast by voicing the race car Ace in the Big World, Big Adventures movie. While the movie itself was not critically accepted by fans, most fans did praise Andre's performance as the race car. Rosamund Pike. Not just well known for her role in Gone Girl, Rosamund Pike appeared in the final episode of Thomas and Friends, Thomas and the Royal Engine, playing the titular Royal Engine known as Duchess. And finally, Prince Harry. Literal royalty and a fellow ginger, Prince Harry introduced Thomas and the Royal Engine on its Channel 5 Milkshake debut by giving a special introduction about the impact of Thomas and Friends on its 75th anniversary. And that's it, my friends. That is every celebrity that has been involved with Thomas and Friends, seasons 1 to 24 and the movies. Obviously, us Steamies consider every person that is involved with Thomas and Friends a celebrity, whether they are well known or not. And we all prayed that we could be a part of the Thomas universe at some point. It hasn't worked out for us, but for those celebrities that were, thank you for giving us amazing memories. Until next time, keep on chugging.